Hi everyone, Angela here. I'm going to get right into this week's message, which is all about patience. Everything has its season. So I love this saying, to everything there is a season, to every time a purpose. And if you know me personally, you know I am not a patient person by nature at all, at all. And it is something that I have had to work on my entire life, is being patient and really understanding that there is a season for everything. And sometimes I have to wait for the season to begin before I can release an old situation. So I'm speaking from personal experience, but as you know, when I meditate and I get the message for the week, it always, always is something that's going on in the lives of the people around me and my clients as well. So that's why I'm bringing this to you this week. Like I said, I love this saying, but I also hate it because I hate being patient. Who doesn't? You want it done yesterday. Let's say you're in a horrible job situation. You want to get out and move on to the next situation ASAP. You want to be happier. You want to make more money. You want more time. We live in a culture where everything is instantaneous. It's like instant gratification all around us. And unfortunately, life doesn't usually work that way. So I'm going to pass on to you what I have been telling clients the past couple weeks who have all been going through the same thing. It seems like a lot of us are kind of stuck or stagnant right now. There's something going on where a lot of us are just stuck in certain situations and we're trying to break free, and we're starting to take the steps, but we don't see why it's not working out for us. And I would say in those situations, because most of us are in similar situations with that right now, remember that to everything there is a season. So I always talk about that's when you take that step back, take that deep breath in, and take stock of what's going on around you. And the first thing you ask yourself is, am I really doing everything I can to show the universe that I'm really ready to close this door and open a new one? As you know, there's yin and yang. For everything in this world, there is equal and opposite force. And that's not just, healer talk. That is scientific fact. There are equal and opposite forces for everything you can think of in this universe. There is light, there is dark. There is cold, there is hot. There is night, there is day. There is love, there is hate. They're all two sides of the same coin because one can't exist without the other. And I will say it's the same way with whatever situation you're going through in your life. If you didn't have a horrible job that you hated tremendously, maybe it wouldn't give you the incentive to get a wonderful job that you love. Maybe if you didn't go through something that was so horrible, you couldn't find something wonderful that you love. If you didn't know what you don't want, how could you know what you do want? You know what I mean? That's kind of how this works. But you need to take that step back and really ask yourself, have you been doing everything you can control on your end? And you can only control your actions to show that you're ready. If it's for a new job, have you researched other jobs? Have you been on Craigslist or other social media networking or looking for jobs? Have you done more than just say, I hate my job? And then the second thing is to listen to that still small voice deep inside, your intuition, your gut feelings, which I talk about, and you have those still small voices inside because we all do. Have you listened to that? Really listen in and think, is the timing right for this? Because I think when something's right, it resonates with us. And even though we may be scared, there's a part of us that knows this is the right thing to do. Even though I'm scared, this is the right thing to do. And we all have that feeling. Whether you choose to listen to it or not is something different, and a completely different video about learning to listen to your intuition. But we all have it, and it's there. It's a gift you've been given that you were born with. So that's what I'm talking about. Listen to that voice. Is the right time for it? Is this the season for it? And there is a season for everything. There's a season for you to shine. You just have to wait and be patient, which is not easy. I know it is not easy to be patient when you're antsy to be out with something. But think about it this way, the universe isn't punishing you and saying, no, I don't want you to have this, I don't want her to have this, or I don't want him to have this. No, the universe is saying, let me see that you're ready, and let me get everything in place for you to make the next move. And be aware of the signs that are around you. So I talk about signs a lot, and this is what I mean by signs. So I had a client who was thinking about possibly dipping his toe back in the water and possibly taking a class, thinking about changing his career, really. Had an idea, maybe I'll go back to school for something, but I'm not really sure. And then after he made the decision, like, yes, I think this is what I want, within 2 days, he got a flyer in the mail for a local county college. That's what I'm talking about with signs. Or how, you think about someone and you're like, you know what? I need to call this person because I think that they could really, be a good connection for me in regards to this with business. And then that person calls you the next day. Things like that. Those are signs. That's synchronicity. That's the universe giving you a swift kick in the rear end and saying, hey, let's do this. So be aware of the signs that are around you, but also understand that sometimes things do take time. So you have to be patient. You have to be patient and wait for the timing to be right. Now, there are some times when the timing is never going to be exactly perfect, and I don't want you to wait. And obviously, those are times if you are in physical, emotional, spiritual danger, then yeah, you got to do what you got to do. This is for a different kind of situation entirely. I will also say there is a season for you to shine, but when that season comes up, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of the change. And I talk about this often. Change is scary and overwhelming, but change is brilliant and enlightening and wonderful. It is growth producing. So be open to the change. Release the fear. When your time to shine comes, when your season comes around, step out into the sun. Okay? So that's my words to you. Just be aware that there's a season for everything and a time for every purpose out there. So be open to it, listen to your gut and that still small voice inside. Take your deep breaths and really see what resonates with you. As always, I wish each and every one of you every blessing the universe has to offer upon you. Remain open to the love and the healing because I've been sending so much of it to you lately. If you'd like to know more about me and what we do here in our offices at Holistic Wellness, you can always check us out on the website holisticwellnessnj.com. You can like this video on Facebook. Please do, because I appreciate it. It's good to see feedback. And you can like us, Holistic Wellness Associates, on Facebook as well, which I also greatly appreciate from the bottom of my heart. You can subscribe to the YouTube channel, Angela Roberts LMT, where I have some other videos you can check out as well. Until next time, please continue to spread the positivity, the light, and the love to each other.